guys, Matt from the Big River here. I got a pretty good size order of fish, bigger than last week, bigger than the week before. We're ramping up for the season, selling lots of fish, which means I get to buy a lot of fish. First thing out of the box, we have leopard tenopoma, or a leopard bushfish. They're actually in the anabantoid group. They get 5-6 inches and do best on frozen or live food. Next we have reticulated hillstream loaches. These guys got the nice little stripes on them. Reticulated hillstreams are one of my favorites. Not a great algae eater, but they will eat some biofilm. Next up is some African cichlids. These are Labidochromis chisholmule clown lab. Pretty cool. I had those one other time. Really a pretty fish. Got some spots to them. Next, blue lip buffalo heads. I ordered these a couple weeks ago and got some West African fish, which is still over there if you want to check it out, actually right behind me. Let's see, Borneo suckers, restock on those guys. Another cool hillstream loach, usually run about half the price of the reticulated, but they come in several different species, which is kind of fun actually. Got some shrimp here. These are Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys look like a cherry shrimp, but they really get their color from inside rather than outside, so they're actually a different group of Neocaridinias. Here's an Amano shrimp. Amano shrimp, of course, great for your planted tank. Restock on those. Every week we get Amano shrimp. Stock on guppies, restock on guppies. Blue neon guppies this week. Didn't get a lot, but a few. I should have a bunch of females because we're way behind on females. Next up are Glowlight tetras. Another cool tetra for the tetra special. 25% off if you get 4 or more for the low price of subscribing to this channel. Next up we have another box to open. First thing out of the second box. Ooh, Grommies, dwarf Grommies even. Royal Blue Dwarf Grommies. Restock on those guys. There are a couple different Grommies on this order. In fact, here are some more. These are Sunset Honey Dwarf Grommies. Restock on those as well. Sunset's been coming in large and colorful. Nothing not to like there. Speak of large, here are Singapore bamboo shrimp. Big adult size on these guys. Super, super cool shrimp. Fan feeders. Black ghost knife. Keep ordering these because we keep selling them. Black ghost knife are a 14-inch fish. Very fun. They can be a little outsized for an average community tank. Here is another African cichlid. This is a lemon jake male. It's at 3.5 inches. Yeah, I'll give him 3.5 inches. Not particularly colored in the bag, but hopefully it'll color up as we go. Should have a couple more of those coming. Here's a couple of bettas on this order. These are placat marble male bettas. Not a huge restock on bettas this week, but we should have a few. Banded silver, or banded tiger silver dollar, excuse me. The bars get brighter as they get bigger. Very cool variation on the silver dollar, which is a large tetra, so they actually are on the tetra special. Danio Ririo, or zebra danios. Inexpensive schooling fish. A little bit on the nippy side, but fast, make good dither fish. Good in most of your community settings. Let's see, we have yellow high-fin head standard barbs. I haven't had these in a really long time. I think they're fantastic little barb fish. Mellow community fish. They don't get particularly big. Nice little schooling checker pattern on them with a little tall fin. They kind of point down, that's why they call them a head standard. Red crystal shrimp in this source are a little bit browner than red, but nice looking white bodies. Very nice. First thing out of this box, nice warm box, glow light danios. Had glow light tetras in the last box. These are glow light danios. Different fish, very bright colors. Actually, one of my favorite danios. Very, very pretty fish. Next up is red phantom tetra. Underappreciated in my opinion. They look a lot like a serpe, but they're not as nippy. Black phantoms and red phantoms both are some of my favorites. Let's see, Mistus tengara, golden soldier catfish. Very cool stripes. This is an Asian catfish. If I remember, yeah, it's an Asian catfish. Looks a lot like Pictus cat. So it looks like a South American. Very cool fish. Next is a banded saucerid catfish. My supplier had a bunch of cool Asian catfish that we never see. This guy looks like a bumblebee cat type. Did a little research on him, said, yep, I gotta have some of those. They weren't particularly expensive either. Very cool fish. Botia cubatai, border loach. Sold a bunch of those last week when we got them in, so I got some more. Cool loach, I've always been a fan. Very nice. Let's go on a little bit. Oh, Indian amber glassfish. I love these guys, a little glass perch. We usually lump them in with the tetras. They're a little bit different fish. They're Asiatic. Very pretty. They used to shoot them with dye. I just think the glassfish are fantastic. I'm a huge fan. A little bit on the sensitive side, a little challenging to feed, but if you can get them going, they're definitely worth it. Koi angelfish, small. Yep, we got a restock on some angelfish for you. And more glassfish. These are glass catfish, also Asiatic. Glass cats, of course, are very popular. Little skeleton crew. Ooh, another popular little guy. These are African dwarf frogs. Restock on those guys. Realized I was completely out of those last week, so ordered in a bunch more. We sell a ton of frogs through here, whether it's the reptile room or out of the fish tank. Last week we had a Peepa Peepa frog, which is the giant version of those guys. Sold out in like a day. I'll try to get more of those. They're fantastic. Next up we have blood red parrots. I think we had these on the last video. Already sold out enough of them that we restocked. There's a bunch of those in there. Crown tail bettas, restock on those guys too. Yep, that's a veil betta there, and a crown tail. There's lots of bettas in the world, and we got a few of them. There's more. Wow, that's a fantastic crown tail. And another veil. Oh, puffer, Shadowdenti puffer. Easy to miss in the other bags there. That is a cool fish. Shadowdentis look like a giant puffer, but they only get 3 inches, and they actually reasonably do community, which is so unpuffer-like. Very cool fish. Super red bushy nose, nice fins on those guys, decent size. That's long fin super red bushy nose. Restock on those guys. Dwarf anchormouth cats, so restock as well. Tiny little catfish, get baby, 2 inches total, probably not even that much. Great in the group or in singles. Now that is not a small fish. This is a baby silver arowana. Those guys get absolutely huge. Remember before you take that on that will outgrow any tank that you buy. Next we have is diamond head neons. Restock on those guys. Diamond heads are, of course, a little shinier top to them than your average neon, which makes them flash the light even that much more than the regular ones. So super cool schooling fish on the Tetra Special. Get 4 more, get 25% off as always. Next up, let's do it this way. I'll save my back. There we go. What we got here? Discus. This should be yellow melon discus. Looks a little pink in the bag right now. Always stress out enough to lose some of their color. Next up is some super red cockatoides. That's Pistogramma cockatoides, also called the cockatoo cichlid. After that we have cardinal tetras. Restock on these guys. Got a bunch of those this week. Should have. Big restock on a lot of our regular tetras. Get on the Tetra Special. Here are blue velvet shrimp. Nice color on these too. Bright blue velvet shrimp restock. Then we have another catfish. What is this? Butterfly. This is a hara, another Asian cat. Looks like a giant anchormouth cat, kind of. Super neat little catfish. I don't think we've ever had those. I'm pretty sure we haven't. Another betta. We got let's see, half moon betta. Should have a bunch of those. I'm not sure how many we end up with. Just looks like they shipped us 1, even though I ordered 6. Sometimes I wonder about that. Here's another one of those yellow melon discus. And more tetras for the Tetra Special. This is big bag of neon tetras. That's half of what I ordered. Should have another bag of those. And there they are right there. Another 50 neon tetras. We go through a ton of those, of course. On the Tetra Special, we get you a really great price on those. And why not? They are fantastic schooling fish for your community tank. Through another box before Barry's arms give out. My voice gives out. A big order like this many fish, I start getting out of breath. More grammies. These are dwarf grammies, the regular dwarf grammies, not the other 4 varieties. Let's see, here are the 3 varieties. Here's Romanose tetras. We doubled up on these this week. Looks like a couple of them didn't make the trip, but for the most part, pretty good. More in this bag, and a couple more didn't make the trip. That's rummy nose. They do not ship well, but once we get them established in quarantine, that'll look great. Here's another one of those lemon jake, adult peacock, or 3-inch peacock, 3.5-inch peacock. Black ghost knife, the second one of those. Almost feel like I'm redoing the same box over, but crown tail, and oh, there's another half one. Okay, good. I was afraid they only sent us the one. That is cool. Longfin green dragons. These are the bushy nose variants. We should have 2 bags like that. Here's another lemon jake. Nice, that guy's big. Here is Herbodaxorad, or Hypris obercon Herbodaxoradi, black neon tetras. Look silver right now, they'll blacken up when they color up in the tank. The black neon tetras are a bigger fish than the regular neons. Here's powder blue dwarf gourami females. Restock on those because we were out. And another box in the can here. Rock and rolling. We're over halfway. About a ways over halfway, actually. I think we're rocking it. As we're rolling, I'm just going to keep rolling. Next out of the box, we have clown knives. Don't get these in very often. Big fish, very big fish, up to 40 inches. For the right tank, very cool, but they will eat anything that fits in their giant mouth. Turquoise, tiger turquoise discus, 3-incher, beautiful fish. Got a group of those guys in here too. Let's see, that's an emerald candy betta. Told you we had a few more. That's got marble. Amazes me how different each of them is. Let's see, spotted splash tetra. Some of these are on special order. Get these whenever I can. Spotted splash tetra are a fantastic addition to our tetra aisle. A little different natural history on them. Another one of those tiger turquoise discus. The splash tetra are really, really quite fantastic. There's more bettas. More bettas, more bettas. Here's some eels. This is the striped peacock eel, Macrognathus ariel. Indian striped peacock is a little different than your regular peacock. A bigger fish, can be a little more aggressive. We brought in a few just because we could. Always bringing in whatever I can find. Reticulated Julie Cories, or the Corydoris trilineatus, restock on those. We go through a ton of those guys, and why not? They're great bottom crew. Really beautiful Cory in general. One of mine and pretty much everybody's favorites. All right. Another box to go. What's in the box? We have, what is in the box? This is Plastichromis Finicellus Madoka White Lips. That's actually just 2 more to fill out our group that we had from last week. That was all the supplier had, and I said, yeah, just send them all to us. Red neon dwarf rainbows. Restock on those. Those are pygmy rainbow, great in your nano tank. Get to about 2 inches. Another nano fish. This is a chili rasbora. You guys all know chili rasboras, little firecrackers for your nano tank. Fantastic little fish. Here's another really cool catfish. This is Pseudoglovia shawai, or a cheetah cat. Looks like there's a cynosus cat from South America. There's a little Christii synodontis from Africa, but that's a similar looking fish from Asia. Here's more of those green dragon longfin bushy nose. We doubled up that order. Some of those were for special order. Another veil betta. What do we got here? Oh, this is another peacock. They've got another group of them. These are Anacara species Eureka, large males, 3.5 inches. Nice color starting there. Tiny little guys. These are bumblebee autocinculus. Restock on those. I love having those in stock whenever they're available, and right now they are. Neon blue rasbora, another nano fish. Sensitive little guys. Make sure to take real care on them when you first get them because they are sensitive. Eureka males times 2. There should be one more of them hiding in here. There he is right there. Nice color coming in on those guys, even to the blanch in the box. Neon green rasbora, restock on those as well. Been getting small batches of those, and they've been coming in better with the small batch, actually. Yellow polka dot rasbora. I haven't had these in a while. This is one of the boras, micro rasboras, that, in fact, micros is the scientific on that. Obviously related to the chili rasbora, very cool variant. Pocilia reticulata, red snakeskin guppies. Got to have more of those. We got the blues, now we've got the reds. And can't see this guy because he's stuck in a box, and he's stuck in a box because he's got a tough beak. That is leopard puffer, the other type of leopard puffer, the other type of leopard puffer, because there's several different types. This is Abai, or Abai. Those guys have a real sharp beak, and they're notorious for cutting their bags and shipping. So we don't get to look at them in the bag, but come down to the store and check them out. We have a really good selection of freshwater puffers right now. Alrighty, just 2 more boxes. Let's get them ripped out of here. Usually I have somebody available to grab bags for me, but I'm short-handed enough. I got to do my own sorting. Green tiger barbs. Restock on those guys. Sell a ton of those tiger barbs this year, and why not? Beautiful fish. We got some in our display tank that look fantastic. Bronze cories. That's your quintessential bottom feeder or cleanup crew. Galaxiatos, we like to keep a stock on those guys. They're a little more expensive than your common autos, but a very pretty little guy, and usually pretty darn hardy. One more of the melon discus. I promised you more discus in there, and there it is. Celestial pearl Daniel, another nano fish, look like a little Dolly Varden trout. Very beautiful. Great add to your nano tank. Tiger barbs, the regular version, to go along with those greens. We also have albinos over there. One more discus. This is another tiger turquoise. So we've got 3 of the melons, yellow variety, and 3 of the tiger turquoise this week. Common autos, restock on those guys. Big bag of those guys. Great for your brown algae in your planted tank or otherwise. And some more catfish. Oh, these are your banjo cats, the common South American banjo cats. See, right now they have the Asian banjo cats available. Maybe I should pick them up. They look exactly like the South American banjo cats, only they're from a different part of the world, which is another wonderful example of convergent evolution. If you've done my reptile tour, you've heard me wax on about how cool convergent evolution could be. Stacking my boxes precariously. Let's see. Oh, cool. These are hillstream loach. These are the royal butterfly hillstream loaches. You got the split disc on them. Very, very cool critter. I think I still got some of the red lizards over there. Those are really cool too. Let's see. Fire eels. Not as big as the last group we got in. They say medium size. Decent started size anyway. Yeah. Let's make an adjustment here. I think we got too much weight on those unput away tops. Let's not lose any boxes here. Next up we have black quarries. These are the Corydorus schultzii black. Very beautiful. Went ahead and bought a whole dozen. Usually I don't invest that much in expensive quarries, but I love the blacks, and so would you. A few more bettas. We got some more half moons, it looks like. So a half moon or a veil. I think that's a veil. I think, yeah, there's and another veil. Some of these veils are fantastic. And a whole big bag of female guppies, and that's the last of this order. Finally finished up for you. Lots and lots of fish. Come check them out. Here we go again. We are ramping up for a big season this year, and every year spring and late winter is our biggest season, and this is no exception. This box here is plants. Got a ton of beautiful plants in. Come on in, let's see. I'm not gonna get all these out and name each one, but we got in a complete box full of live plants. Could do a video just about plants, and I'm not going to, because otherwise this would be like a 2-hour video. And I don't have time to edit it, and you probably don't have time to watch it. So we're just gonna set this aside, but we have fresh plants for you today. Okay, let's jump into some more fish. Got ordered from one of my guys I don't order from all that often. But 'tis the season. We're gonna get all kind of cool stuff coming in. I've got actually 2 more orders in the works from a couple of my vendors I haven't seen in a while. And glory that it is, we actually look like we're gonna be able to get shipping in from some of these places I haven't been able to get. All right, these are a cichlid. What are you? Oh, there we are. Oh, wow, that's cool. These are the furcifer. They're a type of featherfin. Furcifers are an African cichlid featherfin. Haven't had those. Those are related to the boops, I believe. Very, very cool African cichlid. We really rarely have. That is a cool fish. Next is a big fish. What are you? This is a red-orange peacock. Nice looking. Looks like he's going to have some great color when he gets in. He's all singly bagged in there. Not sure how many of those guys put this order together like last week sometime, so I have no idea what I'm getting into here. These are all albino scarlets. It's another peacock small. Nice color on them for the size. Those are going to be fantastic. Got a good price on those too, if I remember right. More African cichlids. These are dragon bloods. They look all white right now, but those should red up and be absolutely fantastic. Of course, when we get them small, you're going to have some males, some females in that, so there's always a guessing game there, but they are a lot cheaper. Green spotted puffers actually look pretty good. Don't ever ship in well, but these guys, despite just a little bit of spot on them, look like they shipped in pretty good. We'll be working on those. They come out of quarantine good. We'll have green spotted puffers for you. Another one of those large peacocks. This is, yeah, the red orange. Wow, beautiful striping in those fins. That is a gorgeous fish. Next is bloodfin tetras. For some reason, bloodfins are kind of uncommon. Used to be one of the more common tetras. I like them. I brought them in. Part of the Tetra special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off with a low price of liking this channel or subscribing. Here's a flame tetra. This isn't the red flame. This is a regular flame. Never ever see these. Hypersobricon lamius. We get the oranges. I don't know, maybe these will red up. We'll see what they look like in the tank, but I believe those are going to be the black variety of flame tetra. Super cool. Rabbit snails. Oh, I love rabbit snails. These are blue rabbits. There are a couple different types on this order. Let's see what all we actually got. More rabbits. That's a golden. If they're in good shape, I see some bright orange in there. Should have some nice yellow or orange fleet on the rabbit snails. Who's in here? Oh, another peacock. Just keep pulling out these orange-red peacocks. It'd be funny if I had a whole box full. More snails. These are the King Koopa. What did we call those the other day? They had a different name for them, but it was kind of catchy. Limpet or something like that. They're a type of nearite. They're a great little algae eater. They got the kind of look like an abalone shell. Very cool little guy. These are not snails. These are clams. Kind of cool to keep gold clams all by themselves, or if you want, you can buy them for puffer food, something different. To feed to your big hungry puffer. Golden algae eaters. Keep those stocked reasonably often. Those, of course, get large, 7 to 9 inches on a Chinese algae eater. For the right tank, they're very good algae eaters. For the wrong tank, they can be a real pain in the butt. Neon praecox rainbow fish, or neon dwarf rainbows. They look like they're in pretty darn good shape. Nice fat bellies. Smaller than the last ones we got. Should be a great pickup, though. The price on those is pretty good. So, super stoked about one of my favorite fish. Let's see what else is in the box today. Lots and lots of cool fish. You may notice some of the fish are stuff we get regularly. Lots of African cichlids because they had some varieties that weren't available in our regular wholesalers. Oh, those guys didn't make the trip. So much for the yo-yos. Let's see if everybody else did better. Yep, that's another peacock. And that's an orange-red peacock. Apparently I got at least 4 of those. Any more? That's a blue grommy. Looks like oaklings, really. Blue grommies, 3-spot grommies or 2-spot grommies, yellow grommies, gold grommies, all the same fish. Super cool. Larger than you'd expect fish. These are snails. These are the red racer neorites. Red racers have those bright red stripes in them. Sometimes they have yellow stripes and they've got like checkered patterns. Very, very cool snail. Get those when I can. Female bettas. Got a bunch of just regular old veil female mixed colored bettas. Great colors in there. And I think you'll be fantastically surprised at the price. Those are a lot less expensive than you'd normally expect. A zebra cichlid. Who's in there? Oh, it's little red zebras. I was looking for one big fish. Now it's a whole bunch of little ones. The red zebras. Nice bright red on those guys too. Very pretty. Let's see, that says red zebra. Maybe they split up the bags here and give me, oh, that was a different, maybe double me up. What's it say? No, red zebra, okay. Apparently, I got 2 bags of red zebras. Got lots of red zebra cichlids. Next is, oh, blue acaris. Blue acaris are where they got the electric blue acara from. Very similar looking to a green terror. Very bright blue face, cool fish. Doesn't have the electric blue color on the regular guys, and a lot less expensive for that matter. Next up is a flower horn. People have been asking me for flower horns, so I brought in some. These are bigger than I would expect. You know, if you're going to try to get one of those great big huge super colored named patterns, you're going to pay a lot of money. Outside of that, we can get small ones like these, relatively inexpensive, and some of those would be pretty fantastic, and some will be females. Well, that's cool. This is a Hellboy, little male plakat Hellboy. It's a little blanched out, but they're bright red with the speckles. Super cool Veta. Let's see, Red Devil cichlid. This is a guy I don't get in that often either. Red Devils can be absolute pain in the neck, honestly. They can get big and mean and ornery and end up being the only fish in your tank. That said, if you want one big red devil in your tank, they have a lot of personality. And they can do community sometimes with other big ornery fish. I had a lot of asks for these. People love their Oscars, and why not? They're huge fish that take a lot of space, but if you got the space and you want Oscars, the lemon Oscar is one of the most popular varieties, and that's lemon Oscars right there, bright yellow, thus the lemon Oscar is the name. All right, one more box. Let's race to the end here, guys. In this box we have lobsters. That's a marble lobster, a T-Rex style, T-Rex lawrenceii. Lots of different types of yabbies or T-Rex lobsters available nowadays. Really changed in the last 5 years. This is a freshwater crab called a yellow-legged tuitti. Panther crab and a yellow-legged tuitti are pretty much the same crab. Well, a little different. They're like 2 species in the same genus. Orange sakura shrimp. Sakuras are kind of unusual to come by, so when I got the chance I grabbed some. They look kind of like your regular orange neos. Nice looking little shrimp. We'll get those out there for you. And then we have ghost shrimp. I've been having a hard time picking up ghost shrimp, so we picked up some from these guys. Those are your $1 a piece great big ghost shrimp. Next is another cool lobster, zebra tiger lobster. Very cool. Again, I started talking about those T-Rexes. I used to order a yabby and you'd get whatever you got and you'd be like, wow, that was different. Nowadays, a lot of the guys are getting more savvy and they're separating out the different color patterns because they're actually different species in a lot of cases. Here's fiddler crabs. I quadruple sextuple bagged these guys so they wouldn't get out, I guess. They look like they came in nice. Some of them even big. Those are your fiddler crabs. And more inverts. These are blue velvet shrimp. I've been having a little bit of a hard time getting in shrimp lately too, so happy to be able to get those. A little on the small side, but nice dark color on those. Very nice. Shipped in good. Cherry shrimp. I'm going to say those are pretty clear. And quite a few dead ones. I'm not really that excited about what we got there. That looks like what we had deemed culls, so maybe those will hit the cull batch. But at least we got something for the puffers to eat, right? Oh, that's too bad. That's a tangerine lobster, tiny little baby, didn't make the trip. Very cute though. Did he make it? Yep, his cousin made it. That's another tangerine. Very cute. Not to be mistaken for the orange dwarfs. They're a lot more aggressive than the orange dwarfs, and they get big, so they will not stay small. Blue marble, I think we had one of these already. Got a couple of them on this order. Blue marble lobsters. They didn't have any electric blues, so I didn't get them, obviously. But I was able to get some of the tangerines and some of the yabbies. I believe I've got some electric blue coming from a different source next week, actually. Zebra tiger, that's the second one on that. Those guys came in good. Sometimes the lobsters don't ship well, so you always get to be surprised on what did well and what didn't. Also got some plants from these guys. This is actually worth taking a look at. We don't get a lot of tissue cultures in here. I had mixed luck with getting them come in good shape, so a little bit hesitant to spend a lot of money on tissue cultures. However, you may have talked to me, you may know me, and know that I absolutely love my moss. So I grabbed a bunch of cool moss. That's the Taiwan moss there. This is Texas and Barbary. I'm not sure which one that is. I have to look it up. But it's cool. It's moss. I like it. It would be flame moss. Because you don't want to be caught without moss, otherwise you would have no moss. Ooh, bad Spanish joke. That's that Barbary again. That's well, that's Christmas moss. It says it right there. More Christmas moss. Barbary, Taiwan. That's Christmas. That's Taiwan. That's flame. There's some weeping. There's some more weeping. I won't be weeping because my moss came in excellent. That's more weeping. And that's gramifolia. That's really cool. Look how tight that is. And there's two of those. That's super cool. And the last one, they only had one. It's a Bucephalandra green. And that looks pretty fantastic too. We have some in one of my little display tanks. I love Buce. I don't know why I love Buce. I don't know why I love moss. It's my hobby. I love it. That's it for this week, guys.